and welcome to my house. Wanted to do a giant intro in front of a Space Needle in Seattle and forgot. Anyways, coming up in this video, we go to Seattle. We try a couple of local spots, also some epic Filipino food. And then we come back to Vancouver and we try a brand new Filipino spot that's opened in Chinatown. Enough of me inside the house. Let's just go right to Seattle. Let's go there.
Just before we go into some Filipino food, I just wanted to stop by probably one of my favorite burger spots. During the pandemic, even before the pandemic, all I could do was think about how I could get to this place to eat the burgers because they're so good. So finally we are here, and man, are you gonna enjoy this place. Actually I am, because I'm here, you're not, but you should come here. What I really like to get here, they do have the red mill burger, which is like fairly popular, but actually my two favorites are the blue cheese and bacon burger. And what's really cool is I think they make their own bacon here, and they have this kind of giant bacon stack. And then the other one, which is really cool, is I really love this one. It's the Verde burger, and what's pretty unique about this one is they have some roasted Anaheim peppers. The other really good thing about this joint are the onion rings, and probably some of my favorite onion rings out there. Now you can get double patties if you want, but I actually really feel like the patties are enough, and there's so much flavor in these burgers. You know, like a skinny smash patty, and then of course with just a whole bunch of blue cheese on there, and of course that bacon is gonna be absolutely delicious too. Oh man, so much blue cheese on there. The patty is fairly skinny, but what really makes this burger for me was just all the elements together. And that bacon is outstanding. Peppery, crispy, just so much tangy, salty blue cheese flavor. And of course with that kind of crispy patty, it's just a perfect combination. Let's go into this guy here. Now this one's very exciting. It's called the Verde burger, once again, with the Anaheim peppers. Oh, there you go. So this one will have some red onion, a whole bunch of roasted Anaheim peppers, and of course a kind of patty on the top. I don't think there's any cheese. The cheese will be, I think, an extra $1. That Anaheim pepper just adds an extra kind of greenness to it. Not really spicy. It's one of the healthier tasting burgers out there, but it's just really delicious. Yeah, perfectly seasoned. What I really love too are all the onions in there too. Of course, can't forget about the sides. Their red mill, or their mill sauce, fairly famous. We didn't really order the fries, but they gave us fries instead of onion rings, so we decided to get both. Why not? So let's get a little bit of this fry right there. Oh yeah. And the fries are really good too. And of course, this is really why I came here. Well, the burgers too, obviously, but the onion ring, this huge onion ring, and I'm gonna try to just dip it right into that sauce here. Yes, oh, I think I grabbed a bit too much sauce. The onion still has just a whole bunch of texture on it, so they just barely cooked it where you can bite through it, but there's still like a nice crunch, and I really like that. Oh yeah, and of course that sauce just addictive. We are in Seattle, so seafood is a must, and just close to our hotel there is a very popular place. I think there's 3 of these places now. Taylor's Oyster Bar. The one very unique dish that caught my eye was a gooey duck sashimi. If you don't know what gooey duck is, well, it's pretty much this giant seafood that's shaped like a popsicle. What's another non-penis thing?
Worm.
Yeah, like a worm, of course. Not like a penis, like a worm.
Slug.
Yeah, like a giant slug. That's another one. Definitely not shaped like a penis. It's actually fished very extensively along this coast, but a lot of it is sent to China because it's a delicacy there. Okay, so first dishes have shown up, and yeah, so these are your fat bastard oysters. I think these are from the coast just over here. A little bit of mignonette. And of course, here is the gooey duck. This is the siphon, hence the meaty end part. And then this is the belly, which is the part that looks like balls. I think right away we're gonna have to do these oysters. Fat bastard looks pretty cool, very meaty. They're a little bit expensive, I must say. I think they're $3.50 American each. I think you can get some good deals if you're coming here for happy hour. But $3.50 American, that's about $5 Canadian. That's quite a lot. But, you know, they're oysters. They're always going to be delicious. That is perfect. Oh, that one's fairly sweet, but also a little bit mild. And, oh, that beautiful oceany flavor right after that. It's very cold, so they've really chilled this one. And because of that, I really enjoyed that just kind of cold slurp. Let's go right into the gooey duck. I think I've had gooey duck once, but I don't really remember what it tastes like. I kind of heard it tastes like a clam. Let's try the belly first of all, and I'm more of a kind of wasabi type of guy. So we'll try a bit of that belly, maybe a little bit in there. Maybe a little bit of soy sauce there. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Super clean tasting, a little bit of sweetness. It almost reminds me of like a combination between a scallop and a conch. It has a kind of crunchiness of a conch, but more tender. Let's try the tip. Okay, that part definitely way more crunchy. Yeah, the belly is definitely more tender. This part over here is definitely more of like a texture thing. I'm more of a fan of the belly because of the kind of extra sweetness. And our last dish here, unfortunately, is are these kind of charbroiled oysters. I think there's some Parmesan and parsley on there, or maybe some green onion? Yeah. Oh, and this looks amazing. Shells are super, super hot. I don't think this is the right fork for this. So let me grab a bigger fork. Oh, look at that. All that amazing butter. Oh, I really don't want to waste up all that butter because that looks absolutely outstanding. Oh, look at this. That looks amazing. I normally like raw oysters just a little bit more, but this dish might have changed my mind. That is a perfectly charbroiled oyster. I don't know what oyster they use, but it's so creamy, so delectable. And then all that butter and the slight saltiness from the Parmesan in there. And don't forget about the edges, because the edges are just that kind of caramelized Parmesan that's just soaked up the oyster butter. Oh, that's really good. Unfortunately, they were very, very, very busy. Yeah, they had a 20-person wait list, so I don't think we were gonna make it. So we decided to take it to go because we still really wanted to eat Filipino food. And we are back in this very, very nice hotel, I must say. Look at that. I think the 80s called and they kind of want their room back. That's kind of our style. We cheap out on the hotel and we spend more money on the food. So that's what you get. Okay, anyways, some cool dishes. Also, big note that we did get cutlery, so let's figure this out. MUSANG. It was so popular. Wow, it's really cool. I mean, on one hand, it is really annoying that we couldn't get a seat tonight, but on the other hand, it's amazing to see Filipino food becoming so popular, and a lot of people there weren't even Filipino. So right away, Olympia. Now we did have to drive back to the hotel, so these will not be as crispy as we've wanted them to be. The presentation is very home style, like, you know, like this is somebody's house kind of lumpia. Let's dip it in the vinegar. Now these two first foods are fairly easy to eat with the hands. Third one, good luck. The flavor's all there. exactly what you want from Olympia. The vinegar is obviously amazing with it. That's pretty much all you really want in Olympia. We got 2 garlic rices, which I'm just gonna do this with. You know, we don't cutlery, but I actually really like eating with my hands. I think food does taste better with your hands. There's some garlic in there for sure. This is their lechon kawali, and it comes in a nice little sauce there. Let's open that up. Oh, look at that, yes. So we asked her what was better between the lechon kawali and the fried chicken. They have another kind of fried chicken, and she said, this one, if you really like pork belly, it's amazing. This has gotten a little bit soggy too, but the flavor is all there, and I'm very happy. Just again. Oh man. Oh, that's good. Oh, so much fat content in there too. Oh, so good. A little bit of sweetness, a little bit gloopy, and vinegary. That fat just melts in your mouth. Grab a bit of this garlic rice, yes. Of course, gotta have garlic rice with it. Oh man, that combination. The skin is very crispy, and of course, just amazing, fragrant garlic rice. I'm kind of happy I don't even have cutlery, because I'm very happy just eating this with my hands right now. The next dish, am I happy to eat with my hands? I am not sure yet. It says kare kare. Now, kare kare is normally the beef. This is short rib kare kare, and oh my lord, what is going on here? There's this, and there's more short rib, but on the bottom, kare kare obviously has a kind of peanutty sauce. This dish is pretty up there, so I do have high expectations. It's $32 American, so it's about $45 Canadian. That's a very expensive kare kare. I don't know how I'm gonna eat this, but oh my god, look at that, look at that, look at that. Oh, just falling off the bone. Oh, yes. Oh, look at that. Completely clean. Oh, man. I mean, that alone is worth $32. Like, oh, okay. Oh, look how tender that is. Oh, my lord. Okay, let's get a bit of fat. I'm going to eat it by itself first. Just the meat first. That is peanutty. Melt in your mouth. Goodness, that was a fairly meaty part. I'm going to grab a little bit more. Oh, look at this one, too. Oh, it's just, it's just melting everywhere. Okay, let's get a little bit of this rice, and let's just form a ball of goodness. Oh, look at that. Oh, amazing. Oh, man. Just masterfully done. The peanut is very deep. It's a fairly thick sauce, but then the star of the dish is just that melty beef that I don't know how long it's been cooked for, but that short rib is outstanding. The only thing that's really missing for me is a little bit of acidity, so I might even just put a bit of vinegar on there. Oh, oh, that is the bite right there. Oh, let's chase it with a bean very quickly. Crispy bean. Oh, the bean is just dipped in fat. It's great. Sauce is so peanutty, so rich, that it really does need something to kind of balance it with a bit of acidity, and that vinegar has just done the trick. And like I said, look how just melty this everything is. Just it's just I mean, there's no effort. It's just everything you touch, it just falls apart like Krillin against Frieza. We were very close to just trying some other place out, not taking this to go. That would have been a bad mistake. MUSANG, 100% worth it. It is very expensive, I will say, but based on the quality, I think it's worth it. I don't think you're gonna find a kare kare that's this tender, especially with that melty short rib. This is easily the best kare kare I've ever had. Yeah, honestly, these two were really good. Kare kare, where it's at, 100%. We just had to stop by an iconic spot, Biscuit. This place has 2 locations and the lineups are massive. It's also Saturday, so what you do is I'd recommend pre-ordering, and then just walking over at your kind of designated time slot, and then just pick it up. And that's what we've done. Let's be honest, for eggs and stuff like that, waiting an hour, not really my thing. For biscuits though, maybe I could probably wait 2 hours because a good biscuit is high on my list of things to try anytime. So let's do the reveal, biscuit reveal. Oh yes, look at that, yes. Oh man, I saw the picture and I knew we had to have it. So of course you have your country gravy, you have 2 eggs which looked like they might have already burst, oh maybe not actually, and then of course somewhere underneath are some biscuits. Oh look at that, super fluffy biscuit right there. For biscuits, what I'm really looking for is just buttery, flaky, a little bit crusty, and that's pretty much it. So I think let's get, oh this egg is already burst, so let's do this egg then. Oh there you go, oh perfect. And then get the biscuit underneath. Well, I think that was mostly egg. That is a giant mess, and I'm okay with that. Oh, look at that. Oh, huge biscuit bite. That gravy really takes over the whole dish. Very peppery. There's definitely some creaminess in there, and of course I got some chunks of sausage too. Let's get a bit more. Oh, to be honest, you can't even really taste the biscuit. I think my favorite thing about this whole dish is actually the gravy. You're really just tasting that gravy, and that is not a bad thing. You got the lushness of the eggs on top of that. It's a creamy, messy, delicious mess. Yeah. Okay, if you've watched our channel at all, you will probably notice that we quite enjoy, or you will notice that we enjoy our Spam quite a lot. So this will be a Spam breakfast sandwich, or it's called a bitchwich? Yeah, bitchwich. And look at that, just a big piece of fried Spam, an egg that's been kind of crushed into the sandwich. This is fairly messy too. The biscuit on the bottom is kind of all that sauce is really just sopped into that biscuit there. But I think I got a perfect bite right over here with all the cheese, all the egg. Oh man. Oh. As much as I really like the biscuits and gravy, I think this might take the cake for me. The biscuit holds the sauce fairly well, but the sauce does seep through. But that sauce is really good, kind of vinegary, spicy, sweet. The mixture of that kind of crispy biscuit, the Spam, the egg, the cheese, it's just a great breakfast sandwich. Anytime you can nestle some kind of sausage or bacon in between two pieces of biscuit, I think you're doing a good job, and these are very good biscuits. Maybe a small critique, I really like my biscuits extremely buttery. These are not quite as buttery as expected them to be. However, the texture is perfect, and they're very large, and they're still very, very good biscuits for me. But yeah, that's an addictive breakfast sandwich. A couple more bites, then I hand it off to David. There you go. That's your breakfast, lunch, and dinner. The biggest reason we came here, ube latte. I've seen these kind of pop up all over the place. Ube is the new... Wait, what's something popular now? What are kids doing these days? Ube is really gaining popularity in many, many desserts. Ube being purple sweet potato. It's really good, but I think the biggest reason why it's popular is the color. It's a nice color, it's deep purple, so it makes things look really pretty and Instagrammable. Here it is, looks really nice. That's not bad, it's pretty good. It is like a little bit earthy, yummy with a bit of sweetness. You don't really taste the coffee, but I don't think you really want to with the ube. I would say fairly sweet though. And the next one, the pandan. Oh, you know what? I really like this one. It has a kind of like a roasty vanilla flavor. I'm gonna give this one to the pandan latte. I'm betting this is a kind of playful take on your mango peach pie that you normally find at Jollibee, except a little bit more expensive. This thing is $7 American, so I think it's like 10 Canadian. That is very expensive for an empanada, but we did have to get it just because I want to compare it to see how, or I want to see how it compares to the Jollibee version. So let's open it up a little bit. And there you go. Maybe I'll take the bigger side there. It is really good. First of all, the crust is really nice, buttery, crisp, and then the filling really does taste like the Jollibee version, except way less sweet, which I do like. I think if this was about $4, maybe 4 or 5, I think this would be pretty good, but for 7, I just find it a little bit steep. So Seattle Fish, guys, very well known, and it's become very popular in the last couple years. Just fresh seafood, mostly in like poke form, but also just really almost anything seafood you want to get. A lot of local fish, maybe some Hawaiian fish on top of that. So we got our poke bowl here. They're very nice. They gave us some free matcha ice cream, and we're gonna get a crab sub. Ooh, crab sub. That sounds pretty awesome too. Oh, look at that. Yes. So I was expecting like a big sub, but it's true for, you know, if you are getting a whole bunch of crab, and I think it's like 20 bucks, I guess you're not gonna get that much crab, right? So just a whole bunch of shredded crab. Oh, you can actually see the claws in there too. Maybe like a bit of a spicy sauce, some cucumbers. So it looks like it's kind of like a meal deal kind of thing where you do get Hawaiian chips, you get the mac salad, and of course that crab sub. Let's try the mac salad to start. Fairly neutral, but nicely cooked noodles, and you know, little crunchy bits too. Not bad. But I think the big star of the show is definitely going to be this bad boy here, and already you can tell all the crab juices on the bottom. Nice spicy sauce, definitely like a spicy mayo in there. Some of these kind of sandwiches, you're kind of getting lots of filler, not that much crab. This one, no, you're getting pretty much straight up crab. The only filler are the cucumbers, but the rest is all just shredded up. I think it must be Dungeness. Maybe the only small critique I would have is that spicy sauce really masks some of that sweet crab flavor. The more you chew into the crab, you do get that sweet flavor anyway, so I'm liking this sandwich quite a lot. They're really nice. They gave us some matcha ice cream on the house. I think it's a brand new company. I forgot what, oh, there you go. Milkview, there you go, cool. Oh man, oh, don't sleep on that. Creamy times 10. Nice depth of matcha flavor. But as soon as you put that into your mouth, that creaminess is really pronounced, and I'm loving it. It's literally like, it's almost like a ice cream mousse. That's amazing. Okay, bam. Let's get this on the side, and let's just go right into pretty much why we came here. Right here, this one, oh yes, this is a scallop poke, raw base scallop, and then we got the spicy salmon, more of the mac salad, and kimchi on the side, and that kimchi is very exciting too. Brown rice, because obviously, based on our bodies, we're very healthy people here. I'm gonna start with the scallops because those will be a little bit more, or not spicy, so I kind of want to taste the scallop, and I'm gonna try it by itself first. Oh, look at that, just juicy and plump, perfect. Oh yeah, right away I think that's gonna be a hard one to beat. That is just epically creamy. They really haven't done that much to it. They've added those little kind of popping eggs to them, but really I think just very basic Japanese mayo added, and I think that's it. There's really nothing else. I really want to taste the scallop. That has completed that mission. Next one, spicy salmon. Of course, Seattle, whole West Coast. We're in salmon country. Salmon's gonna be really good here. Oh, that salmon quality, deeper kind of salmon flavor, very, very tender. Really not a spicy sauce at all though. The sauce is fairly mild. I think the next move is to do kind of like a combination bite. And I got this guy right here. Maybe coupled with this guy, maybe a little bit of a kimchi on there. And then some rice. Oh man, explosion of flavor. I'll be honest though, that kimchi is very, very salty. So I wouldn't even have too much kimchi with this because it really does overpower the rest of the seafood. So for me, if you really want to taste the seafood, keep the seafood separate from the kimchi. The kimchi is just on the side, really nice. And actually I would mix the mac salad with the kimchi. My favorite out of this whole thing, those bay scallops are just outstanding. Those are so good. Oh man, I should eat those by themselves. You know where medieval crabs go to jail, right? In the Dungeness. I got a nod of approval there. That's good enough for me. We are back in Vancouver just because we want to try one last Filipino spot. I heard lots of cool things about this brand new joint in Chinatown. We're fairly close by. Let's go check it out. More Filipino food. I know that's what you guys want, so let's get the goods. Chinatown Plaza, we meet again. I think that this mall is probably gonna have a turnaround. So I'm gonna call it right now on this channel. Hopefully in 3 to 4 years, I'm personally hoping for a nice kind of cool food court with maybe some old vendors and then some new people. The old vendors being 2 spots. These guys right behind me. Actually, we did try this spot actually right behind me over here. If you want to check out our Chinatown Cheap Eats, we've ordered 3 dishes coming up very soon, and it's a pretty cool little spot. Okay, actually, oh wait, I was gonna use my chopsticks, but then I realized spoon, that's what you guys all want. There's this guy, which I will butcher the name completely, so I'm just gonna put it in the description just underneath, because yeah, I've seen your comments, guys. You guys, some of you are kind of mean. So this is amazing. It's a beautiful kind of soup base. There's some noodles. I would almost describe this as like the Filipino ramen. So I think it's chicken broth. There's some chicharron on top, which is the fried pork skin, of course the egg, and I'm gonna just try the broth to start. There's a bit of a red tint, which I'm not sure exactly what it comes from. Oh man, you know what? You really do taste that chicharron first, and then there's kind of like a deeper broth, not too salty. Fresh noodles. I'm gonna try to get them with the chicharron there. Actually, you know what? I think this is kind of maybe chicharron, or maybe it's just some pork belly. Well, that's not bad, ain't it? Yeah, that chicharron, outstanding. Fairly crispy. Still some meat inside too, but it just kind of dissolves in your mouth. The noodles are fairly tender, not super al dente. I think for me, it's just really about that combination of those noodles, the meat, and of course some of that egg on there too. They have these kind of lunch boxes here, and you can get different kind of combinations, and one of them is with the beef tapa. This one's kind of cool. There's almost like a, I think I want to call this pancit, but I'm not 100% sure. You know what? As simple as it looks, that is a very nice noodle, a very nice bite. I think it's hit the pan at a high heat, and because of that, you get a kind of like caramelized flavor. Olympia time. Full of porky flavor, and some garlic in there too. Oh, I like that. The torta talang, very interesting. This one just comes in 2 little cubes. This one should be mostly just eggplant with some egg and kind of fried. Oh. Yeah, super, super tender. And the last one is the beef tapa. So this one looks very nice too. Get lots of beef in there. Yeah, let's get some more beef. Yeah, almost has like a jerky texture to it. but I'm really liking the saltiness from it, the vinegariness. Maybe a little bit more. I'm gonna mix it with the torcha chalong too. That's a combination right there. Out of all the really cool things that are on this, surprisingly, it's really the noodles that have really impressed me quite a bit. But I think the beef tapa is also very well done. This is perfect for ending this video because it's probably one of my favorite dishes in the world. So you'll probably kind of have an idea what this might be. Ta-da! Oh yes, perfect. So of course, sisig, classic dish, normally made with pork parts. Pretty much every piece of the pig. What's kind of cool is the egg almost looks like, I mean, obviously they've used that kind of ramekin thing, but the egg almost looks like something you'd find at, you know, like a McDonald's inside an Egg McMuffin. It's kind of cool. I like that whole presentation thing. But right away, what I like already is they haven't overcooked it. So still fairly creamy. Oh, and look at that. Okay, so just a whole bunch of sisig on top of rice. Oh, look at that. Yes. Okay, let's try the sisig to start. Lots of crispy skin. It's almost like a Thai chili kick too. I don't think they're really using pig's ears or anything. It does need a bit of acidity though, so the lemon is right here. You know how sometimes, you know, you have like a bowl of something, kind of like a teriyaki bowl or whatever, and you know, it looks like you're getting a lot, and then you kind of dig in, and then the rest is all rice. You know, it's like 90% rice and 10% meat. This is the exception. Look how deep you have to go very deep before you find even a smidget of rice. Oh man, yeah, lots of flavor, and of course, mix in that egg. Like I said, look at those kind of chilies in there. I like how they've added some extra spice. This is normally a little bit spicier than other sisigs I've had. And of course, that egg, just adding the extra texture. Oh, it's beef tapa dancing. And that will be it for our Seattle, mostly Seattle / Vancouver at the end food tour. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon so we can notify you of future videos, and of course hit us up with those comments, any places in Seattle we should be trying out. We're pretty close by. We can go back there anytime we want. Anyways, we'll see you very soon, and ciao for now.